The cool part about Crane M3 is that you can use it with an action camera, a smartphone, APS-C camera, and even with a full frame camera. And in this video I will show you how to balance it and be ready to shoot with all three types of devices. If you have used a gimbal before, then most likely you have an idea how to balance this gimbal as well, because the steps are pretty similar. Let's get balancing the Crane M3 and I will start with a full frame camera. Note that these same steps apply to APS-C sensor cameras as well. First thing you want to do is screw the tripod that comes with your Crane M3 to the bottom of your gimbal. Then you can set the axis to the default positions and relock them. Right, now let's screw the thumb screw into the quick release plate and put the quick release plate into its place. Attach the camera to the gimbal using a thumb screw. Let's position the camera close to the motor since the gimbal adjustment arms are short. When that is done, it is time to make the adjustments and balance the gimbal. Unlock the tilt axis and loosen the adjustment arm. The goal is to get the camera centered and to have the lens pointing forwards. So now I will push the setup forward and backwards and find where the center point is. If it flops forwards, then push it back, and vice versa. And there is a secondary tilt adjustment that has to be done. Here's a little thumb screw that can be loosened, and then you can push the setup up and down. If you are using a full frame camera with a relatively bigger lens, then you might need to take off the eyepiece. You can see if you're getting the balance right by pointing the camera upwards and checking if the setup flops. You will know the camera is balanced if you release it and it stays in the exact place. Sometimes you have to revisit these first two steps to get the tilt axis right. Remember that even the most smallest adjustments make a difference, so sometimes it takes a bit of patience to get the setup in the right position. To balance the roll axis, unlock the axis lock and see on which side the camera tends to move. If it rolls to the right, push it to the left. And if it rolls to the left, push it to the right. You will know that the roll axis is balanced when you can release the camera and it will stay in its position. To balance the pan axis, you have to unlock the axis lock, then tilt the gimbal to the right or left and see in which direction it goes. The goal is to have it steady and that it wouldn't swing. If it does, push the adjustment arm forwards or backwards till you have the center of gravity right. If you have followed and accomplished these steps, then your gimbal should be balanced, and you can double check that by placing the camera in different positions and seeing if it stays in the same position when you release it. Now the last step. Make sure all your axis locks are unlocked and turn on the Crane M3. Once the gimbal is on, place it on a flat surface, go to settings and press auto calibration. When it calibrates, the gimbal will shake a bit. And now you are all set and ready to go. To use a smartphone with your Crane M3, you will need a phone clamp. If you got the Pro or the combo kit, then it comes with the gimbal as well. But if not, then you can choose a third-party option like the one from Ulanzi. What is important here that it has to have a screw mounting point, so you can attach it with the thumb screw to the base plate. And about the balancing process, the steps are exactly the same as I just showed you with the full frame camera. Attach the smartphone to the gimbal by using the thumb screw. Lock all the adjustment arms except the tilt axis. Adjust both tilt adjustment arms to be in place so the smartphone wouldn't flop when you release it. Then do the same with the roll axis. Unlock it, see on which side you have to slide the adjustment arm and make the adjustments. And to balance the pan axis, you have to unlock the axis lock, tilt the gimbal to the right or left and see in which direction it goes and make the adjustments. Once the smartphone is balanced on the gimbal, make sure all the axis locks are unlocked. Then turn on your gimbal, go to settings and do the auto calibration. When that is done, you are good to go. To get your action camera ready with the Crane M3, just follow the same steps I showed you before and you should get a result like this. Now when you know these steps, what will be the first gear you will balance on your Crane M3? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that good old thumbs up button so other people could discover this video as well. But if you're interested in my take on the Crane M3 and how it performs with the full frame camera, then check out the link in the description. That's it for now. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.